Welcome to Talmudic Treasures. Today we're learning Ketubot page 3, which discusses the day in which a woman should get married. So we already learned on the previous page that Wednesday is the best day for a woman who is a betula, one who has never been married and is a virgin. And the reason for that is because the courts would gather together 2 times a week, Mondays and Thursdays, and therefore if she ends up saying that she was a virgin, but it turns out that she wasn't, and this could very well anger this man because she was someone that lied to him, so he could easily go to the courts the following morning and this matter could be resolved. Now the question is, as we said, the courts are not just open on Thursday, they're open on Monday. So based on that same logic, one would think that Sunday, which a lot of people do get married on a Sunday, you would think Sunday is actually a much better day to get married. And in fact, if for whatever reason, unfortunately, if it turns out, as we mentioned, that she was not a betula, so he can go to court on the Monday, the following morning. So on this, the Talmud tells us something interesting. The reason for Wednesday, there's actually a second reason. And it's what's called Shaktu Chachamim. That the Chachamim understood that when it comes to something as important as a wedding, there needs to be a beautiful feast attached to it. And if one would get married on a Sunday, we would understand there is not enough time to make proper preparations. Of course, there's no refrigeration, and slaughtering meat, for example, will not remain fresh, and one is not allowed to do that on the Shabbat. And therefore, because of that, all of the massive preparations for the wedding will not be able to be taken place. And therefore, a Sunday wedding actually will end up not being as nice as it could if instead they would get married on a Wednesday. They got married on a Wednesday, then right after Shabbos, they could start preparing for the wedding. They have a Sunday, they have Monday, Tuesday. They have 3 days to be able to make this a very beautiful and important wedding. Which therefore we see from here, unlike what we mentioned, the reason is because we're so concerned about what he thinks about her. The sages are also extremely careful about how the wedding should be, which is, of course, important for the chatan, for the groom, but certainly also for the kala, for the bride. And we want to make sure that when there was a wedding back then, that it should be something which is extra special for her, and therefore it takes a few extra days, which of course is something that we should understand as well. When it comes to a wedding, such a special occasion, we have to make sure that everything is done in a way that makes it a very special day for the chatan and the kala, for the bride and groom, as it was so important even back then, and also it is to this day.